Welcome back, trainers, and we're going to be taking a look at Diggersby with Hyper Beam in the Remix Cup for the Great League, pairing it up with Toxicroak, Lugia, and for the very last battle, we take off Lugia and we put on Munchlax, just to see what happens. All right, I had fun with it. Now, what's the point of having Hyper Beam instead of Earthquake? How is it going to serve you? Well, there's going to be a lot of flyers roaming around, so I think Hyper Beam is going to be looking pretty good. Everybody's going to be expecting you to hit him with a neutral fire punch, because why are you going to go Earthquake against a flyer? And then, surprise, surprise, you hit him with a Hyper Beam. And oh boy, it does work. We're going to be taking a look at some of those battles here. Don't have the longest video because I did cut it into twos today, so we're going to have another upload later. So just look forward to that. With that said, make sure you hit that like button. It really does help me out quite a bit. Really do appreciate it. Let's get into this, folks. So we're going to just bring in Toxicroak to farm down the Shiftry here. Unfortunately, they're going to be getting to a charge move, but that's okay. Everything is resisted, but Shiftry has such high attack, it still does a good amount. Bringing in a Noctowl, we're going to go ahead and throw the Sludge Bomb, then we're going to retreat here because we're taking a little too much damage. We're just going to go ahead and bring in Lugia. Everything is safe. They come in here with a Spylus. We're doing a lot of damage with our super effective Dragon Tail with that Shadow Lugia. Going straight for the Sky Attack here. And we're going to go ahead and call this. That is not a Dark Pulse. So we're going to say, yeah, that's a Body Slam for sure. Letting that go. And farming it down. Still one shield on my end here. In comes the Noctowl. We get to the Sky Attack. And our Shadow Lugia is helping us take the win. Don't worry, we're going to see some nice Hyper Beam action here shortly. Well, actually, right now maybe. Let's get into the next battle. Leading with the Toxicroak, I think the entire time. So we had a good lead, Diggersby, and they're going to be swapping into a Pidgeot here. So we're going to go ahead and throw in our Lugia. I could have went with the Diggersby, but a lot of times when you do swap, it's like, well, why do they bring in Diggersby up against my flyer here? There's something weird going on. Why are they building up so much energy? Maybe I should shield this. But still, it still works. So we're taking the win there at the expense of a shield. They did get me with that Feather Dance. I thought they might be going for a Brave Bird, but I guess better safe than sorry. In comes their Diggersby here. We're going to let this go through Fire Punch. I'm expecting pretty much every Diggersby that I go up against to have Earthquake. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Aeroblast here. Our attack has been dropped by 2 stages, and then we just raised our attack. So at this point, we are debuffed by 1 stage for our attack. Finishing us off with a Fire Punch. They still have 2 shields. They know we're going to bring in Toxicroak, and we bring it in, yeah? Going to go ahead and go for the Sludge Bomb here, and then retreat into our Diggersby. This one is becoming a little close, so they can't hit us with Shadow Wall because it's not very effective, because we're normal type, so Sky Attack it is, and this is an XL Diggersby, so it is going to be taking hits like a champion right here. So it is already thick as it is. Having an XL is going to be that much nicer. Making it to the Hyper Beam. Are they going to shield it up? Are we going to land this? What's it going to be? Oh, they shield it up. Of course, they shield it up. Oh, come on. All right, so we have to shield this up ourselves. Land the Hyper Beam. And I think this is a sloppy win. Wow. Yeah, this is an extremely... This was all weird. Now, I tried to swap. I don't know if you all are experiencing the slowness, the stickiness of Go Battle League, Pokemon Go in general. But it was definitely annoying. So anyways, we take the win here. This is incredible. I couldn't believe I actually won because of the just horrible play at the end that I had, right? Just a little slow on my swaps and all that. But we still take the win. Looking good. Next battle. All right, we have a Rainy Cast Form lead, which is, it's okay. I mean, it has Thunder. Diggersby doesn't want to go up against it because, well, you know, it's ground type. It's going to be taking super effective from that water. And it's really not going to do much. They're going to be retreating after we do use a shield. Bringing in Noctowl here. We're going to go ahead and bring in our Lugia. I just instantly acted. I guess I could have went with Diggersby because they can hit us with the Shadow Ball, which is going to do a lot. But I decided to let it go, and they go for Sky Attack. That sounds good to me. Lugia is able to take that here. And look at that lag. Look at that lag. You gotta love it. So this is going to be a Sky Attack. It's going to definitely take us out, but that's no problem at all. And what I do here is I think I go in here with Toxicroak because I just, I'm like, you know, what the heck? We have energy. Let's go ahead and go for the Mud Bomb. Not very effective. And then counter down here. Very good. We're still at a 1 shield disadvantage compared to their 2 here. Coming in with Dragalge. Yeah, this is not looking particularly great because Dragalge does have Aqua Tail, and we're ground type, so yeah, it's going to be doing quite a bit of damage. Now, this is where you would kind of want Earthquake. Yeah, definitely would want Earthquake here, and we building up to Hyper Beam. I mean, what doesn't really matter at this point? They're going to shield it up, but this swap, they're not expecting a Hyper Beam, so they could let it go. All right, there you go. But this, unfortunately, is pretty much over. I mean, we go for the Fire Punch. If they don't shield this, we may be able to get to them. No, we're not getting to no Mud Bomb. I back out after this. You got me. Good game. All right, moving on to our next opponent here. What are we going to see? Toxicroak lead. We're met with a Stunfisk. This is, see, they're going to be able to... it's a medium. It's not a situation that I want to stick around in. So we're super effective in that regard, doing some good damage, but they're going to be dealing a lot more damage back to us. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our Diggersby here, holding onto our shield. They bring in Pidgeot. Now this is where they won't expect a Hyper Beam. Here we go. I guess they can shield it up, but let's see if we land. I'm pretty sure we do. Yeah, beautiful. Look at that. Compared to just Fire Punch, little diddly Fire Punch, not very effective mud shots. It's a bad matchup if you have Earthquake up against a Pidgeot with your Diggersby, but when you have Hyper Beam, you're going to be looking pretty good to go. So we're going to go ahead and let this go through. Brave Bird, they're going for the big one here. Now, I do bring in Toxicroak and farm down with the counter because, well, they have debuffed themselves, and I'm just going to get that thing out of there. Doing a good amount of damage with one gust before they do go out. Bringing in their Stunfisk here. We are going to shield up the Toxicroak and then do some damage here. Get to the Mud Bomb. Fantastic. If they want to use that last shield, by all means, be my... Wait, they have one shield left, right? Yep. And they have a Steelix in the back. So this... All right, I was thinking, oh, crap. Well, Lugia's, all our moves are not very effective. But then again, we're Shadow. So we're going to go ahead and swap, taking all the shields. Dragon Tail not very effective, but still digging in. It's a significant amount, I guess. So we're going to shield this first one up. It was probably a bad call because if we would have got defense drop, it would have been better to shield up the next one. So whatever. It doesn't really matter. All I was thinking is, yeah, you're not going to have like 2 crunches here and then be able to land one on the Toxicroak or a Heavy Slam or whatever you have. We're going to go in here with Toxicroak, 1 counter. We take the win. Close game. Good game. On to our next opponent here, folks. What are we going to see? With that Toxicroak lead, another Toxicroak. Okay, I like to see this here. Well, I mean, mirror matches are a little nerve-wracking. So what they want to do is build up energy and then swap into Hypno. Sounds good to me. Now, I stayed in there for a little bit with my Toxicroak so I can have an energy advantage when we do come back into the mirror match, okay? And it is going to be well worth it, as you're going to see. I go for the Hyper Beam, probably going to get a shield here, or they're going to let it go through, doing big damage. Now, this is not a situation where you really need Hyper Beam up against a Hypno here. I mean, it's nice, because you're getting stabbed from Earthquake, and you're getting stabbed from Hyper Beam, right? So, Hyper Beam is doing a little bit more damage, though. Pretty sure, right? So, we're going to go down. We didn't want to use any shields. We're going to go ahead and bring in our Lugia, because, I'm not trying to counter down no Hypno with the Toxicroak, and it's going to pretty much just take me out. So we're going to bring in Lugia, let that go through. It is going to be doing a decent amount of damage, but we're still pretty comfortable here with a good amount of energy. And they have a Snorlax in the back. This is looking to be perfect since they've used the shield already. We're going to go for Sky Attack. This is going to do big damage here. Yeah, love to see it. Swapping immediately into our Toxicroak, and we have 2 Mud Bombs, as you've seen, preparing that, going up against the Hypno here, so they do not have an energy match to me. All right, they didn't gain as much energy, so we're going to go ahead and throw 2 of these Mud Bombs, take out this Toxicroak, and then counter down the Snorlax, and we're going to be looking pretty good to go here. Shield this up. Why wouldn't we? No need to flex. I'm not trying to go because of the lick damage. I'm not trying to play any wacky games. Next thing you know, they take me out. All right, moving on to our next opponent. What are we going to see? I love this Diggersby. Call mine Hopper. We're met with a Ninetales. This is good. Now, they can hit you with Psyshock, Weather Ball, too. It's all going to hurt. But we have Mud Bomb, which is going to be doing a lot to that Shadow Ninetales. They swap into their Noctowl. We go for the Sludge Bomb, unfortunately getting a shield. So we're going to go ahead and bring in Diggersby. Now, they're not going to be obligated to shield this up. So we're looking good. If they double shield this, I mean, okay. Let's see. All right, letting it go. Fantastic. Now, I think they may shield up a Fire Punch. I don't really 100% remember this, but let's see what happens. I don't know if a Fire Punch is even enough to take... Oh, I remember what's going to happen. Okay, we Fire Punch and then farm down. All right, farm. Yep. Let's go. So we still have 2 shields. They're coming in here with the Machamp. We're just going to throw Fire Punch. We're not getting to no Hyper Beam. Might as well get in that chip damage before we do go down. That's not bad at all. And we have the Munchlax. This is the last battle, folks. So we're going to go ahead and bring in Toxicroak. Yes, short and sweet today. Like I said, I have another video for you I'm going to be working on as soon as I'm done with this one here. Going for the Cross Chop, and they swap into their Ninetales. We immediately throw the Mud Bomb here. And I think we're going to swap into our old Munchie. Unfortunately, they're going to be able to get off a charge move, which we are going to be shielding up because we want to hold on to that Toxicroak to go up against the Machamp, right? Because Munchlax is going to be taking a lot of damage here, and that counter really does add up very quickly. Going for a Weather Ball, going to go for the Body Slam, and Munchlax is going to lick down that Machamp. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on. I'll be catching you all next time. Take care, and thank you for watching.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!